All right. So Aquarius, first off, I think I saw the thumbnail for this video and I think I look like this. So if I had creepy eyes, sorry about that. You never know when a photo is going to snap and you wind up looking a little interesting. But in any case, hope I didn't scare anybody. So we are going to jump on into this reading, and I'm in front of a brick wall right now because I want to talk not about obstacles. No, I want to talk about what have you been building one brick at a time. To me, every experience that we have in life, it builds, pieces of like what we think and how we change, and each brick almost represents like an experience that we have and how we integrate that. And so I wanted to do a reading just for fun where it's like, okay, so what have we been building like subconsciously? 10 of Staves. That's not half bad. Queen of Swords, though, came out in the reverse. Some of you have been building a level of forgiveness and acceptance, maybe for a very difficult person in your life. And this could go way back to like childhood, right? This could be the 10 of Staves is like the 10 of Wands, right? So it's about releasing obstacles, pain, fear, problems, difficulties. This can be about confusion. This can be about somebody who had their own problems, or maybe some, difficult energy, a forceful person, somebody who was rude, who didn't have nice things to say, somebody who even cut us down and made us not feel very good about ourselves. This is you letting go of that and actually letting go of the power that they once held. Do you notice how huge she is? She's standing here over this little island, right? In the reverse, this would be somebody who might have stood over us and really kind of made us feel not very good about ourselves, because this can be like they didn't respect boundaries. So this could be somebody who overstepped boundaries. Could be a masculine or a feminine. But the other thing is there was no truth to what somebody said. In the upright, this Queen of Swords is all about truth. In the reverse, no, this person said things that weren't true. They trespassed on boundaries. And what you are maybe subconsciously building is a certain amount of like a release from all that. So if this was, a combination of like issues with parental figures, or, people in your life, or your own worries about, being a parent or whatever it is. Babies don't have to really represent human children. They can represent anything in our lives that we want to build and grow. This could be somebody who knocked your self-confidence. You are not only forgiving them, you're understanding whatever their issues were, but more importantly, you're just releasing it. It's like, if somebody is unpleasant to me, they got their own issues. That's where that's coming from. It's not mine to deal with. Heck no, I'm not going to let that, put itself in my head and make me feel less than. I can actually choose to release other people's fear, shame, guilt, remorse, the things that they were dealing with that maybe they put on me. It's not my problem. It was their stuff. So why would I carry their burdens? I'm not going to. Some of you are just totally focusing on freeing yourself from whoever might have cast self-doubt into your life, or whoever, held like an opinion that you felt like I was never good enough. I never made this person happy. And you're like, I don't need to make them happy. I'm free of that. It's like this incredible sense of like, you can totally fly now. So a lot of these readings seem to be about like stepping into personal power, or at least that's how Virgo and Libra readings had different components of that. But I feel like yours is releasing yourself from under the shadow of somebody who was maybe jealous of you, or maybe they just had their own set of problems. And you're like, yeah, that's so not going to impact me. Wow. You're also realizing that whoever that was, they might have been trapped in their own mindset. If somebody is trapped with that Eight of Swords, they could have chosen to come out and like work on themselves and become better and have more of a sense of freedom. But maybe they really were stuck in their own heads and were not self-aware enough. But it's like you're understanding that also. Basically, you know how we all interact with each other and we all impact one another. And people who say harsh things to us, sometimes harsh things can stay in our minds a lot longer than a compliment, and yet you are recognizing why somebody maybe only had harsh things to say, it's because they were the ones who were stuck. They were stuck in their own mindset of, I can't come out and say a compliment. I don't know how to do that. You know, you're just kind of like looking at somebody saying, they stayed trapped right where they were, but they don't get to trap me. I'm not going to be like, you're breaking a cycle, I feel like, because a 10 is a completion of a cycle. I feel like maybe this was, it doesn't matter. This could be like a lover in a romantic connection. This could be, you know, a spouse that, you know, other parent of your children that made you feel this way. This could be, you know, mother figure. This could be friend. This could be boss. This could be anybody who pushed your buttons. And you're like, you know what? I realize they push people's buttons because they are the ones who are trapped. And that's such a huge revelation. You have completed something and you are absolutely like able to have all this happiness because 10 of Staves is you're lightening your load. You don't bring burdens into your life. You bring happiness into your life. You don't need to be burdened with other people's stuff. Wow. King of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. You're realizing someone doesn't even understand. They're maybe unable to see clearly that you're not even mad at them. It's like you're not even cutting them out. You're giving them space to go sort themselves out. That King of Cups in the reverse, this could be somebody who's like maybe you're pulling back your emotions because you don't need to get emotionally invested in someone who is stuck. It's like, okay, if you said, hey, I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow. So-and-so, do you want to come with me? And they said, no, I'm having a horrible day. I am miserable. I don't want to go and see the beautiful ocean. I want to sit right here and be angry. And you're like, okay, so then does it mean that you go to the beach, but you have to be angry while you're at the beach too? Heck no. So not only are you freeing yourself and you're like, whatever, I'm going to the beach anyway, but you also are very much aware that you're not allowing their energy to impact how you're supposed to feel. So you are either shutting down your own vibes on this without cutting them out. It's not like you're angry at the person who won't go to the beach because they want to stay home and be mad. It's more like, you're like, look, I don't get why you're doing it, but I don't need to keep understanding why you're doing it. I'm just pulling back. Maybe you'll figure out why you're doing that, but it's up to you to figure it out, not me. I feel like this is such a terrifically liberating reading because subconsciously what you've been building for yourself is a sense of freedom from other people's issues. I don't know if that'll make sense. Other people's issues that might have burdened you before. They don't burden you anymore. King of Sacred Circles in the upright. Heck yeah. I like this. This is my favorite king out of this deck. This is you like harnessing the power that's around you, the power of nature. This is you feeling so stable, so abundant. You are rechanneling your energy. Some of you might have realized in releasing the burden of other people's energetic, kind of like sour attitude or something, you came to this realization that you might understand them better than they understand themselves. That kind of understanding might have started to shape you as you pull back your energy from a situation. You might actually be able to start redirecting that energy. This is all about healing. I almost look at this as like a shaman. I look at this as, his eyes are closed. Excuse me. No, they're not. They're actually slightly open, but I almost feel like a little bit of trance-like. And he's, I consider this like a heartbeat drum, kind of like, like drumming a rhythm, like slowing his own heartbeat, but also getting into the rhythm, like the heartbeat of life. Some of you might realize that you're healers. Some of you might realize that you are, everything that you've gone through has built you into this. Maybe you're very empathic, but now you've taken that skill set and you've transferred it into, I can harness it. that's a gift from the universe. And that gift doesn't have to be something where I soak up other people's, negative energy and become their outlet for their upset. I can actually see that somebody is hurting, and then it's almost like you redirect it. So granted, this is like Native American, but if you've ever taken any courses in drumming, in particular like taiko drumming, one of the things that I was taught is when you strike the drum, where your arm goes is where you are drawing the sound. So you don't just hit it to make the sound, you pull it one direction or the other, and you imagine it like it is like the sound is something that you could visibly see, and imagine that it's like taffy that you're pulling. It's as if you're able to look at people's energy like that now, and you can direct it, not so that it hits you. Somebody who's got a bunch of ugly energy, you're like, yeah, but that ain't about me, babe. That's about you. I can see that you're hurting. I can even maybe help you redirect that in a different direction. I feel like there's something here about you. What you have been building is your ability to not absorb other people's energy, even though you may be highly empathic, but rather to say, oh, wow, I didn't know I had this capability to both see it, experience it, and redirect it. That is a huge gift. You may be a huge healer. All right, Aquarians, I don't know if that'll make any sense to you. That might be way out there for many of you, and that's cool. I just read whatever story I see. Let me go ahead and see where this takes us next, because Aquarians, this is a major, major breakthrough. In this, we got 8 of Wands, Death card. Why am I not at all surprised here? Talk about redirecting, yeah? This is like, this is a whole new version of you. The Death card, this is you accepting the fact that for some of you, you are accepting that you are more than what you thought you were. And you're excited about it. This is almost like you are now, it's funny because he's shooting these arrows up into the sky, but I feel like he's shooting it up into, like, toward the sun. It's almost like, all right, universe, I accept it. You tapped me on the shoulder for this. This is a gift I have. All right, let me send you a message. I accept this gift. Yes, I will even converse about it. I will even, like, maybe admit that I want to be a healer. Maybe this is something that I want to do. You may also, let me jump back really quickly because this is something that just struck me. This could be somebody who is like a mentor to you as well. Someone that you suddenly come across. You might have been building this into your life. First, you had to decide that you wanted to do something like this. Then you actually call this person into your world, or maybe you've been called toward them. This could become somebody that is more than a mentor to you also. This could be a situation where your relationship with this person transforms. Your conversations go way deeper. This is like, I don't know, I feel like some of you are about to, if you haven't already met the person that is your other half, you're about to meet someone who's the other spiritual half of you, if that makes sense. Maybe you're already in a love relationship with somebody, but this is like, this person could be a lover and a mentor, but I feel like at minimum, this is the other half of what you've been learning about yourself. This could represent just you coming into this awakening, or this could be you having this relationship with someone who is your other, like, spiritual half or something. Somehow this is all about your transformation into accepting that you are more than an empathic individual. You are somebody who is now able to help heal. Wow. 7 of Wands, sideways. You see blockages, but again, you know that they're not yours. You have this unique ability to basically not get trapped in other people's obstacles. It doesn't mean you don't have any of your own, but it gets really easy. Like, you have the right words, or you know how to take the right action now to move you through things. Maybe it's because you listen to whatever that guide or that mentor is, or you listen to the universe, whatever that means for you, or you are somehow this person is like helping you to recognize that you're kind of like right on the path that you're supposed to be on, that clicks for you in this new version of who you are. This is very much about you completing a cycle and understanding something about yourself, some very incredible strength that you possess and a gift that you possess. You got the Hermit, you got the Empress. Empress came out in the reverse, Hermit crosses it. Some of you you're realizing this, you're accepting it, you're absorbing it, and then you're saying, but I need to go work on this gift that I have. You want to talk about it with the right people. You don't spout off to everybody like, I am the great and powerful Oz. It's not like you're hungry for recognition. You still are pretty humble about this with the Empress in the reverse. You're not fully like giving yourself, the accolades or strutting around like I'm the all gifted, but rather you are finding the right people that you want to talk to about this kind of stuff. With the Hermit card sideways, this would be like you're just internalizing it. You're just kind of thinking about it in your own mind. This way would be like you're actually openly telling everybody about it. This is more like you're being selective with who you talk about, because I know some of you might be starting like a maybe Reiki training, or you're interested in something along those lines, or you simply are just kind of absorbing this and kind of looking into meeting different people that have that esoteric mindset or something about that. This could also be you and this person if this is developing into something else, if person is going to, if it doesn't just represent you, if it represents somebody else who could be a mentor, this could also represent that your bond with this person is deepening and shifting a little bit. It's changing somehow. It's becoming something where your conversations, it's not like you're ready to go full blown, we're in a romance, but you know that there's more happening under the surface here. You know it, you're not sure exactly what it's supposed to be yet, so you're taking it slow, but it feels easy. It doesn't feel difficult. Something about being around this person or them being around you, it feels comfortable. It feels good. It feels like, we keep kind of opening up to each other. We feel like there's a connection that's building. The connection is building on something that's energetic. I feel like I can tell this person kind of some of the things that I think about, feel about myself, but part of me doesn't even need to put it into words because they kind of are the same way. It's like the two of you influence each other or something, but you haven't come out and said it like, this is, this is a love relationship. This is the person I want to marry. Empress in the reverse, you may not even be thinking about it like that at all. Instead, you're like, let's just see what this blossoms into. Because this person is like important on your path, whoever this is. King of Swords is in the upright. Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. I kind of feel like this is a situation where you or this person is trying to keep it super logical. But it's funny because it's like, this isn't a new beginning for us. It's almost like I've known you from before. I know that I've known you from before. This isn't really a new beginning for you at all. You've closed out a cycle. You've accepted something about yourself. And so the truth of it is now you're just getting comfortable in what you already knew. And I feel like so is this person. I feel like simultaneously we've got some understanding that is happening between two people. It's not really something new at all. It is an acceptance of what already existed that has to do with like the power that you possess, the fact that maybe you're a healer, the fact that maybe you've always known certain things without knowing why you know them. And it seems like what got you to this point was understanding this about one particular person. Maybe this was an ex. This is Queen of Swords, and now we have a King of Swords in the upright. Maybe this is representing someone in your life, or maybe this is representing something you've simply learned about yourself. You used to be maybe a little bit stuck because someone would put you down. You've released that. You've understood that it's their issue, not yours. If someone couldn't show you love, couldn't give to you, you recognize, but they were drawn to you maybe because you're You are empathic and you are a healer, and now you understand that. Maybe this was a romantic partner. Maybe it wasn't a parental figure at all. But whatever it was one particular relationship that maybe revealed that to yourself. And from there, it's like everything blossoms. Understanding why somebody was in your life, understanding what power you have to be empathic, but then how you can actually utilize that to be more like positive. Like maybe wounded people seek you out because they want you to help them. And you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I kind of did know that. And from there, you actually meet somebody who's not trying to get you to heal them, though. That's the amazing part. Because you understand this, you now attract somebody who maybe has the same skill set that you do, or they see that in you, or they support that in you. And you don't know where this is going, but it's funny because at the end of the day, it's like, oh, you're my match. You're the one I knew was out there. I just didn't know that I already knew. It's kind of just some awareness. It's not really a new beginning at all. It's more like finding each other and recognizing that. This could also be, and this would be a bit of a stunner maybe, but maybe somebody coming in to tell you that they realize now that they wanted you to heal them. That would be a bit of a shock, but this can be truth. This can be something coming in. I still feel like it's some awareness that it's not about a new beginning. It's about accepting a truth that was already there in plain sight. Either it's like, oh, I do know you. I understand. I've always understood that, who you are to me. We've known each other before, haven't we? Something kind of sweet and kind of beautiful about that. It's a lovely sense of releasing things, making peace with things, understanding oneself better, and being very comfortable in what the universe brings forth to you. I think it's a really lovely reading and very unexpected read. Anyway, all right, Aquarians, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you for being with me. Sorry this one got long. All right, take care. Remember, this is only entertainment, right? So if any of this is just fluff or not fun for you, please just click off. Don't ever let it get in your head. This is just it's whatever story I see in the imagery that I see. So take care, guys.